What is going on, guys? Yo, so your arms and I'm back with another YouTube video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. I am drained. I had a really long day. Woke up, went to the dentist. I caught a trade while driving to the dentist. Really small trade. Um, but I mean, I like the setup. We're gonna go over that. And then pretty much I came home, took a nap, went to the gym, and then I was studying for my CPA. Yeah, I was studying for my CPA. Currently got done with the little study sesh. My brain is absolutely fried. Yeah, my brain's absolutely cooked right now. But for the most part, I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. So next thing on my agenda for today is making this YouTube video, right? So on the higher time frame, let's just jump into this. Again, I did not trade on the Discord today. My Discord, I do know some people on my Discord caught some pretty good trades today. Shout out Faisal, he's been absolutely cooking. Sanu got a break even trade, but I mean, break even is better than ending the day red, right? I'm pretty sure break even saved him as well. So shout out Sanu and Faisal, um, just for that, as well as, yeah, I think that's pretty much it though. We are currently at around 39 members. We are doing a Topstep 50K giveaway, 50K account giveaway. I'm giving out an eval, so I'm basically giving someone $50 to buy an eval or just do whatever they want to do with the $50. Um, that is once we reach 50 members though. So for the most part, we're 10 members away. So, I mean, 10 members. That's not it's not far. It's not far, right? So let's go ahead and jump into the higher time frame, and we will slowly start making our way into the lower time frame. So as y'all can see, yesterday we had the sell side. If you watched yesterday's video, I just pretty much mentioned I honestly should have been patient yesterday, right? I should have waited for a higher time frame sell side to get taken out before actually being interested in a trade, right? So this would have been my POI, my point of interest, and then I would have became more hands-on, and I would have just had a less draining day. I talked about yesterday just being, mentally draining for me, just because I took more than two trades. I took four trades. One of them was one of them was lost. The second one was a little continuation to this sell side here on the higher time frame. Let me go see. Is it me or is TradingView like not loading properly? The second trade was just a little continuation to this higher to the sell side down over here, as you can see on these 4 hour. So at that point I was break even for the day, and then I caught one more trade and ended the day green for the most part. Yeah, so this is actually being used today. As you can see. So this is the sell side I was talking about earlier, being a point of interest, right? When I wanted to be a little bit more hands on. Again, I just wrote it on my journal. Again, just wanting to be better at trading, right? It's just little things I like that could go a long way. But for the most part, on the higher time frame, as you can see, overnight session, we were just hanging around here. On the higher time frame, but if you look on the 5 minute, overnight session actually came back and overnight session actually came back and re-tapped into this higher time frame 4 hour PD array. Not only that, we also just swept out this liquidity down over here, right? So what time was this? So this was actually overnight, just literally right before session open. So this happened at 6 a.m. Now, if you're awake at that time, you have a clean model right over here. Simple retrace here after a higher time frame liquidity sweep. Obviously, if you're bullish, this should tell you that we probably would want to remain bullish just because of the reaction here off the higher time frame, right? So you could have honestly entered like something like this, stop loss down here, but this would have been 71 points. I don't know about you guys, but that's a little bit too much. I think for the most part, again, maybe halfway point of this fair value gap here. And then obviously you can re-enter again if you do end up getting stopped out, or you could have just had a 40 point stop loss. just a little bit right under here. Let me go ahead and look at the 1 minute. Let me go see what the 1 minute looks like. Maybe you could have had a better, maybe you could have had something better on the 1 minute here. Inverse. You have inverse here. Okay, yeah. So on the 1 minute, you do have this 1 minute for value up here as well, right? So you could have done again. So this is pretty much halfway. Not only that, you do have a small 1 minute order block here. So again, 25 points. That's not bad. This is basically consummate encroachment or halfway mark of the 5 minute gap here, right? So this would have been a decent trade too. Really good trade off of just before market open. Me personally, I am barely waking up at 6 a.m. So I mean, if you caught this trade, you would have been up 200 points. Yeah, you honestly just could have rode this all day, right? But so shout out if whoever took that. Shout out to whatever person took that. That was an amazing trade. Now the trade I ended up taking. There's nothing really much going on here. So market opened at 6:30. Let me go ahead and draw the market open here. So market opened right here, and there really isn't much to go off of, to be honest. Let me go ahead and check the 1 minute. Market opened right here. I mean, if you ended up waking up and you see the higher time frame model playing out, right? As of right now, right, we currently had sell side of the curve being played out overnight session, and then as of right now, as soon as we sweep higher time frame liquidity and tapped into the PD array, you do start to see the buy side model play out, right? So models within models, as you can see here. So here's your buy side playing out, and on the 1 minute off of market open, do you have a trade? Well, obviously we're pretty bullish here. So you do have an inverse for value gap right over here. We do get a close. We do get a close here. So you could have entered something like this, and then you could have had maybe your stop loss down at this order block or something for around 20 points. Now you would have ended up getting stopped out for the most part. It really depends on where you would want your stop loss here. But let me go see if there is something better here. So we sweep out this high right over here. Let me go see if there's like a change in state of delivery or something here. I want to see if there's a trade off of market open here. Okay, I do see this. 5 minute for value gap here. We do have an inverse, and then price inverses this and then retaps back into it, and then ends up forming another order block, as you can see here. And then we actually tap into the order block, and we're respecting order block. So all of this is just bullish order flow. All of this is just bullish order flow here. So on the 5 minute, you could have had a pretty decent entry here. Obviously, maybe as soon as you see that we start to respect this 1 minute here, or as soon as you see we start to respect this order block down over here, again, we're obviously pretty bullish again on the higher time frame. You just completely zoom out on the daily time frame. We're just so high up, right? We're just insanely high up. So I mean, bullish order flow indications all around here off market open. So I guess there is a trade here. It really depends on how you trade or whatever. And on the 1 minute, yeah, we just have continuous bullish order flow just all over the place here. Again, we also do have this 1 minute for value gap here as well. We do have this 1 minute for value gap here as well. Maybe just keep tapping into, plus this order block. As you can see, this is a 5 minute order block that I just showed you guys. As you see that we tap into, you don't even want to close under it. You could have potentially entered here, stop loss a little bit under, right, 23 points, and then your draws of liquidity could have been some higher time frame, maybe London highs or something. So let me see where we are currently at. So here we have London highs sitting right above here for buy side. So that potentially could have been your draw of liquidity for the most part for this trade, right? So this is buy side here. Let me go ahead and look at the 1 minute. Yeah, so buy side here, you would have had a 58 point bag, and you would have had some and even more, right? Your runners could have potentially ran even more, right? So plenty of trades off market open. It really depends. I know some people are like, oh, we're too high up, I don't want a long already. um, you have to keep in mind just the higher time frame, right? The higher time frame is clearly telling us that we want to continue higher. Right now, we don't know whether if it's going to be, just like a nice move like today, where it's just, just like this, or if it's going to be, just a little bit chop, right? But it's still going higher, right? Um, and that's what makes trading the hard part, right? Is obviously, again, like today was just right, just bullish order flow, as you can see here, right? 4 hour for rally gap retraced. We swept the internal liquidity. We set some external liquidity on the 4 hour as well. Look at this reaction, right? Look at this doji. Look, just I can't speak. Just look at this candle flip right over here, right? It just looks overall really nice. Um, so that could have been a trade, and the trade I ended up taking was a small little scalp here. So as you can see, we do have an inverse for value gap here. Retrace back into this. Not only that, we do have just a regular for value gap here. What is this indicating? Just bullish order flow, right? We do have an inverse here. I do see nice clear momentum. I enter off of this momentum. I instantly shave off here, and then I do have some runners going for a little bit for around 24 points. Once I see that this candle ended up closing like this, I pretty much just got out. So 20 points in the bag today. I was trading literally while driving, no risk, no worry. So I mean, this is enough for me, right? This is enough for me, especially since I'm not at my desktop or whatever. This is enough for me for a phone trade. I'm more than content, right? Like after this, like at that point, I'm honestly just being greedy too. The fact that I'm trading on the phone. I usually don't like to trade on the phone. It's actually against my rules, just because you don't get the full picture, right? You're on a small screen compared to, using your actual monitor to see what's going on. And then especially with ES, right? What is going on here? Yeah, is TradingView's having a stroke? Okay. Well, anyways, so that's the trade I ended up taking. So it was just around 8 a.m. And now for the rest of the day, let me go see what's happening for the rest of the day on the 5 minute. Okay, well, on the 5 minute, as you can see, this is chop. Really bad price action here. Obviously, we are still holding bullish order flow here, though, on the 5 minute here, as you can see. We just never closed under this here. So we are bullish, and this is what I was talking about earlier, right? I mean, just think about it. After such an expansion move like this during early AM session, what do you expect after a crazy expansion move like that? For PM, you can expect some chop, right? And vice versa. Like if AM's pretty much chop, and then New York PM could potentially be, an expansion move or whatever. So I mean, obviously this is pretty much respected, but if you did get caught into this, honestly, just look at the 5 minute. Like this should just tell you market conditions are low probability at this point. Like we're just going up and down, literally barcoding, literally nowhere. So is there a trade here on the 1 minute though? Let me go ahead and see. Yeah, this is just complete chop. This is just horrible, and you definitely do not want to get caught into this. If you trade inverse for value gaps here, this is horrible. This is horrible. Again, you obviously the best setups are higher time frame liquidity sweeps, higher time frame PD array taps, and then you can use 1 minute or whatever for entries. None of that is being presented here. Again, not even on the 5 and not even on the 15 minute. But let's go see on the 5 minute, just because we have this, right? So we have this 5 minute for value gap here, as you can see. And what time is this? So yeah, this is already 12:50. This is power hour, the end of power hour. Not really much happening here, but let's see. Let's see what's happening on if there's any trades. Yeah, I really suggest not trading this. Like this is nothing here is clear, right? We don't take out this low. 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 Okay, so we ended up taking out an internal low here, but again, there's just no entry. There's just like obviously we're still remaining bullish, but the direction the price is going to at this point in time is just not. It's just not good, right? Yeah, and the rest of the day, just again, to just just look at the 5 minute here. This is just chop. You really do not want to trade this. This is how you blow accounts, and this is just how you get into your head, and then, this is how you blow up, right? You don't want to trade that. And yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for this video. This video is going to be around 60 minutes long, so I think that's pretty short for. Actually, I think that's pretty much medium for video length for me here. But yeah, hope you guys are having a fantastic afternoon, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Keep in mind, tomorrow and Thursday will be half trading days, just because of the U.S. holidays, the Independence Day is coming up. So keep in mind with that. Who knows how price is going to be? We don't know, right? As of right now, as you can see, this is just still moving sideways. Like I could honestly just draw a line through here. Like this is just moving sideways. There's actually no direction. Obviously, we're still bullish, right? Obviously, we're still bullish. But again, we're just not doing anything. This is just price you want to avoid for the most part, right? So thank you guys so much for the tremendous support. Thank you guys. Shout out to the new people who joined the Discord. Much love to you guys. Thank you so much for the people who have been subscribing and liking my YouTube videos. Much love to you guys as well. My end of the goal, my New Year's resolution, or just my New Year's goal, was by the end of this year I wanted to reach 300 subscribers. We are around 25% there, which is really sweet. I'm pretty sure we could crush that goal. We still have a couple of months left here. So I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.